go across to the other big update that we're getting right now. K Kavitha, BRS leader, has been detained at her residence after raids that took place at her residence. She has been detained by the Enforcement Directorate, is what we are getting to know. This after raids were conducted at her residence earlier today, and I believe this is very much in connection with the liquor gate scam that K Kavitha has been questioned in. We'll get more details in just a bit. We'll try and connect with our reporters, but big update coming in. As far as South India politics is concerned, BRS MLC K Kavitha detained by the ED. We can confirm this now. She's of course daughter of the BRS chief. Let's go across to my colleague Arunima joining us. Arunima, big update coming in connection with the liquor gate scam. Tell us more of what we know.
All that the Enforcement Directorate is confirming at the moment is that they want to question K Kavitha further, and that's why from her Hyderabad residence she's being flown down to Delhi. The rules are very clear, the CRPC rules are very clear, that if a woman has to be taken into custody, it cannot happen after sunset, and it has to be in presence of another woman constable or a woman officer. I think that's the reason why when they wanted to question her further, with the prospect of the IU deciding at a later stage if arrest should be made today itself, that's the reason perhaps why they're bringing her to Delhi without wasting time for sunset to happen. What they're confirming is that she will be questioned further, and during the course of the questioning, it will be made clear by the investigating officer if custodial interrogation is required.
So, can you give us also a quick backgrounder on the raids that were conducted at her residence today, Arunima?
Yes, so what we are told is that the searches that were conducted was to get more evidence as far as the money laundering allegations against her are concerned. There are allegations that proceeds of crime in the liquor policy scam were invested by K Kavitha and the others from the South Group. The CBI is already, probing this particular case, being probed by the Enforcement Directorate. So the Enforcement Directorate was carrying out searches today because they were not sure whether the shell companies, Kavitha was aware about it, where the laundered money, or where the shell company papers, the digital devices which could have more details, where all of that was, and that is why these searches were being conducted. Looks like the ED's investigating officer was not satisfied with the answers given, and that led to the requirement of further questioning, and that is why she's being brought to Delhi.
Arunima, just stay with me. I want to quickly go across to my colleague Swastika joining us from Hyderabad. And Swastika, you're reporting that there is a crowd building up already outside K Kavitha's residence. Tell us more of what you're picking up.
In fact, not being allowed to go inside. You can see, apart from the media contingent, there's also a battery of supporters who have now built around her house. In fact, they're banging on the gates of K Kavitha. The questioning was underway for nearly 3 hours now, and now it has been confirmed that Kavitha has been detained in connection with the Delhi liquor case. And in fact, KTR is also here. K Kavitha, KT Rama Rao is also here. In fact, the family has been trying very hard to get inside her house, but because of the ED officials still being inside, that's not going to be possible. You can also hear chants of BRS workers, in fact, chanting against the Modi government. In fact, they are saying that this is a political conspiracy. Everything said and done, in a few moments now, we can expect the ED officials, in fact, to come out of the gate before 6, in fact, and they are also standing late, is what we're given to understand, taking Kavitha to Delhi directly for further questioning. Back to you.
Swastika, I'm going to come back to you. I want to go to Arunima, my colleague. She's been tracking, of course, all the developments in the Liquorgate probe. Arunima, for the benefit of our viewers, let's recap what the case against K Kavitha is.
Is a very important player mentioned in the ED charge sheet, mentioned in the CBI charge sheet, and that is the South Group. There are a number of businessmen who were associated with the South Group. The allegation was that this South Group and all the businessmen associated with it, be it Mr. Mahindru, be it Dinesh Arora, they were all part of this conspiracy, and that K Kavitha was also in Delhi. That's what one of the charge sheets says, that she was also in Delhi around the time that these businessmen were meeting up with Mr. Nair, one of the close associates of Arvind Kejriwal. So the charge is that K Kavitha was actively involved in the conspiracy. She was aware about how rules were being bent to placate the South group, and how in return alleged bribe money was being paid to the Aam Aadmi Party. Now you just have to put together the moves that ED is making against Arvind Kejriwal also. He's just suffered a setback. The court has refused to intervene in his application, where he said on technical grounds that he should not be questioned by the ED. So I think the ED, what they're also doing is preparing a tight case, because they want to ensure that Arvind Kejriwal, as the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, is also held accountable. If K Kavitha and questioning of K Kavitha leads them to evidence against Kejriwal, against his involvement, against the allegation that Aam Aadmi Party was the ultimate beneficiary. For example, the allegation that the bribe amount was utilized by the party to fund elections. If they can find any evidence on that count, it will prove to be extremely beneficial for them in the next charge sheet that they want to file. But you have to remember, this is all coming just before the Lok Sabha elections are to be announced by the election commissioners tomorrow.
Yes.
So of course the opposition will cry foul.
No, this is one of the biggest names that have now been caught as far as the Liquorgate probe is concerned. You have Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party in jail for many, many months. In fact, Manish Sisodia for a year now. And you've got K Kavitha, the other big name as far as Indian politics is concerned, implicated in this case. She's been detained so far. Now, Arunima, as you were saying, the act of detaining itself, given the stature of the leader concerned here, would you suggest that this is a big step that the Enforcement Directorate has taken, that they wouldn't have done this lightly?
See, what the Enforcement Directorate officials are confirming to me is that Kavitha is being brought to Delhi. Obviously, in election season, when election is going to be declared in less than 15 hours from now, no big politician would, on her own account, willingly want to leave her base and come to Delhi. So there's more to the story. Technically, yes, the ED is still not saying that they have arrested her. Perhaps the paperwork is yet to be done. Perhaps there are reasons that the IO has for not confirming whether she has been arrested yet or not. But the very fact that they are confirming that she is being brought to Delhi for further questioning looks like it's not, her will has not been taken, her consent has not been taken, not much option that she has, given the kind of searches that have been carried out. This is not a situation where summons were sent to her and she came to Delhi, and during the course of questioning this action has happened. ED carried out searches at her residence. Post that, they are confirming that she is being brought to Delhi. So even if ED is not confirming arrest, things look ominous for K Kavitha.